Good morning and welcome to Bumblebee Junction.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I just finished the morning chores and it is crazy muggy. Yeah, look at that crazy hair. But we are expecting more rain today, and yeah, that'll be a great day to be inside working in the kitchen. And yeah, we have beets, so it is time to make some pickled beets. I'm really excited because yeah, I love them so much. So it is time to get into the kitchen and get to work. Alright, I'm getting started on processing all of these beets. I have them separated into small, medium, and large. And I have a pot of water going on over here, and I have a tray ready for them when they come out of the pot. But this is going to take a while. The bigger ones take considerably longer. And I need to go ahead and get started. Now if you notice, I have not cut these at all. They still have the root end and the stem end on them. That will cause them to not bleed out as much while they're being softened. But it is going to take a while, so I'll come back when I've got a few that I can show you. Yeah, it's time to get started. Okay, the first few sets of beets are out, and I've got them piled over here in the other side of the sink, and I'm still boiling plenty more on the stove. I wanted to just pop in here and show you that's about how done you want them. You want to be able to stick the knife in, and I've got it stuck in there about that far. I'm going to cut the ends off, and I'm going to turn the water on just a little bit, so there's going to be a little noisy here for just a second. And then you just use your thumb and it's really that easy. Just push the skin right off of them. I'm going to get these two done, and then I'm going to get back to work off camera a bit. Just a quick little thing here to show you how easy and how simple it is to get these peeled up. But I have a sink full over here and a couple more sets to get run through the boiler. So give me a little while and I'll be back. Okay, the beets are all peeled, and I've got 3 dozen jars sitting over here ready to be filled. And I'm going to go take a little bit of a cat nap. I've been on my feet for a few hours today. And Mark is going to take over for a little while. He's going to get all these cut up and put into the jars. And then we'll get into canning them in a little while. But I'm going to go take a nice break. And Mark is going to get in here and do what he does best. And we'll see you in just a little while. Okay, so it has been brought to my attention that we have had some technical difficulties, but fortunately we do have this recipe already on video, and we're going to go ahead and roll that footage, and then I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Okay guys, while Tina works on getting those skinned up, we're going to go ahead and start chopping them and putting them in jars. That's about the size pieces we chop them into. In most cases with the beets about that size. That's about quartering them. The smaller ones we'll just cut in half, and even the smaller ones we'll just put in whole. But that's about the size chunk we put in, and I'll show you a trick here in a minute when we come back. Okay guys, what I've done is I've chopped some beets and I've filled the jar up to the inside rim. And the idea with any kind of canning is to get as much produce as you can into each jar. So those are just thrown in. But now I'm going to try to do this with a full jar. Now normally you'd only do this with a half jar. But I'm going to put my hand over the top and I'll probably cup it up a little bit so they have more room to jostle. But I'm going to shake that jar down and we're going to see how far we can get those beets to settle from shaking. Okay guys, I finished shaking it, and I wanted to try to show you, there's a lot of glare in here, but I wanted to try to show you how tight those beets are in there now. They're not packed down, they're just shook down. But, and then I wanted to show you the top, or into the top, we can now fit several more beet chunks in there. But if you look at them from the side, you'll see they're fairly well packed together. And that just shakes them. It's almost like playing Tetris. The little pieces will jump and then they'll fall into the slots towards the bottom, and you'll be able to get more beets in your jar. Okay guys, we've got all the beets sliced and in their jars, and we've added some ginger. I kind of stained it up chopping on it, but each jar has a little bit of ginger in it. And let's see if we can show over here. Tina got one special jar that's all the baby beets. She likes to make pickled beets and eggs out of those and just leave the little beets whole, but that's a lot of work skinning them little ones, so we keep them separate for her. But that's what we're going to end up with. What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 quarts of pickled beets when we're done. So we'll get those going, and we'll get to making that brine, and we'll show you how we do that when we come back. Okay guys, we're getting ready to start this brine, or the pickle, not a brine. But we're going to start with a gallon of 5% acidity apple cider vinegar and half a gallon of water. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, 1 gallon of apple cider vinegar to a half a gallon of water. Then we have 2 cups of white sugar, a cup and a half of brown sugar. We're going to use 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and we're going to use about a tablespoon of whole allspice, a tablespoon of cloves, and some cinnamon sticks. We'll tie all that up into a sachet. We'll use some cotton string, but we'll tie that up and float it in. But first we're just going to add our vinegar and water. We'll get that hot, then our vinegar, water, and lemon juice, we'll get that hot, then we'll stir in the sugars, get those dissolved, and then we'll throw in the sachet here, and we'll just boil that for probably about 20 minutes until those flavors come out in it. And then, like anything, we'll probably go back and make any adjustments that we like or that you guys might like. We may add some more sugar, we may add some more brown sugar, but most of the time this is pretty much what we like. So we're going to go with a gallon of vinegar, a half a gallon of water, 2 cups of white sugar, cup and a half of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, some allspice, some clove, and some cinnamon, and that'll be the base of our pickle. Okay guys, we've got this pickle on the stove and it's warming up, and I need to admit to a mistake. This is actually a double batch of pickle, so you will need to double the white sugar to 4 cups of sugar, and you'll need to double the brown sugar to 3 cups of brown sugar. But you can double the lemon juice too. The lemon juice is just to add a little bit of pluck to them, but I believe that would be 6 tablespoons. But I think we just went ahead and went with a 1/4 cup. So, but anyway, had a little mix up there. It's not going to be. I tasted it, got to stirring it up, wasn't near as sweet as I thought it should be. So I didn't realize it's a double batch. So just go ahead and double the white sugar to 4 cups and double the brown sugar to 3 cups and add an extra splash of lemon juice, and you should be fine. Okay guys, we've had this pickle mixture going here for boiling for about 20 minutes, and we've taken the sachet out of it, and Tina's getting set up and get these canned up here. But we left about an inch of head space, and I'll get out of her way here so she can work. We left about an inch of head space, and they'll go here in the Waterbath canner. We had the water pre-warmed up, but we'll put them in there and let them boil for about 30 minutes. Then we'll take the lid off and let them sit for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll pull them out and put them on the table. But we'll let Tina go ahead, and she's just doing her thing, getting the bubbles out of them. Get everybody mashed back down. She'll get it topped off where she wants it at about 1 inch of headspace. Then always want to make sure you wipe the rims of your jars. So you don't just lick your finger and wipe the rim off like I do?
No.
This is why she does this part of the canning. I'm not quite as high tech. But anyway, we're going to finish on through these jars. We had 11 jars, so we're only going to process 6 in the first load and 5 in the second load. We can't get them all in at once, so we're just going to split them up pretty even. But we'll come back when they're ready to come out of the canner, and we'll give you one last look at them there in the canner, and then we'll bring you on back. Okay guys, we've got all 6 jars in here, and like I said, we're splitting the loads 6 and 5, so it'll actually hold 7. But we've got our 6 jars in here. We're going to bring this up to a boil. We've got the burner up on high back here. We'll bring this up to a boil, and we'll hold them there for 30 minutes. But one of our viewers pointed out something that I've left out because just our circumstances. But if you'll add a couple of tablespoons of vinegar to your water, that'll help keep the sediment in your water from settling on your jars and making your jars cloudy. But if you'd like to have clear jars, go ahead and splash some vinegar in there. Now, we used to do that, but we have a whole house filtration system on the house now and a water softener, so the jars come out pretty clean. So I've kind of forgotten about it over the years. But if you have trouble with your jars coming out cloudy, a couple tablespoons of vinegar will take care of that sediment for you. Alright guys, these have had the lid off of them for about 5 minutes, and Tina's going to go ahead and start taking them out and setting them on the table here. But you may even hear a couple of them ping. I think I heard one about the time I fired up the camera. But there's one. But we'll set them over here and give you guys a look at them. You can see what the finished product looks like. But that's going to be the pickled beets for the year, and that's how you make them. So I'll be right back with you to wish you guys well, and we appreciate you coming by the channel.
Alright, get down here and look at these. We have 21 quarts of wonderful pickled beets. There'll be plenty for us, a few for gifts, but yeah, look at that color. Pickled beets are just so pretty, and they're so good, and yeah, they make me want to make a batch of beets and eggs. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that in the next couple of days. But 21 total jars, absolutely love it. It came out just perfect. Okay, so yeah, all the good plans of mice and men, and yeah, I still have a round of difficulty at times, but hopefully Mark could get it all sewn up, and yeah, I just have to apologize one more time. But we do have some absolutely fantastic beets, and yeah, 21 quarts of them, so grateful for that. And I'm probably going to be replanting before way too long, because yeah, I'd like to have another round. So I am going to go ahead and get out of here. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell. It will let you know yeah, when we're experiencing technical difficulties. Yeah, beam me up, Scotty. Anyway, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything at all in your mind, please leave them in the little box below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. But yeah, I'm gonna go, yeah, get everything tidied back up. My kitchen is a total mess, and That's why canning is so much fun, I think. So anyway, I am going to get on out of here. Thank you for spending a few moments of your day with us. Hope we gave you a little giggle in there somewhere. Nobody's perfect. And don't forget, we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.